Hey, I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for the NBA 2K series, and I'm back with some expert tips. A big part of basketball is simply having the right players on the floor at the right time. So this week, we're going over substitutions and matchups in NBA 2K.
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Porter.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. You've got Yusuf Nurkic. Rudy Gay is out there with Wiggins. And it's Nunn in at the 1. For the Timberwolves, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. Lock at 6. Gay with the block. Here's Wiggins. Here's Hart. Offensive rebound. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, I like that effort from Andrew Wiggins there. Doing a nice job on the offensive glass.
Timberwolves on offense. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seed. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept that, in theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. Well, there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Porter dishes to Jackson. Back to Porter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Passes it to Gay. Hart, a beautiful reverse layup.
Boy, that effort is absolutely fantastic here. I mean, Hart staying active, being persistent, tracking down the rebound, and making sure they get something out of that extra possession.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Phoenix.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points. That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And good that time.
Yeah, high percentage look there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins reads the defense and then basically just takes what he's given them.
The pass to Towns. Little turnaround. It's good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's Nunn. 8 points his last outing. Wiggins with it. Nurkic. It's tipped. Pass to Jackson. Siakam kicks to Jackson. Outside Hardaway. Porter against Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Kings leading now by 4. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Nunn. Guarded by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Wiggins. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Wiggins has got 6.
Heads-up move. Wiggins sees the clock nearing zero. Doesn't hesitate.
Outside Hardaway. Jackson looking it over. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Kings have gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Passes to Hart. The feed to Nurkic. Towns with the steal. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Wiggins. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Hardaway, no good. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Towns following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. Think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Here's Nunn after the basket by Minnesota, and the pass to Hart. Nurkic with it, guarded by Hardaway. Hits, got that one from Nurkic.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Hardaway passes to Jackson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, Hart helped Villanova win its second championship in school history. He was instrumental in that great championship run the Wildcats had back in 2016.
Minnesota making a switch. Hood's checked in. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Kings. Hardaway finds Hood. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Damian Dotson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Dotson, guarded by Augustine. Dotson kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Towns. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Exum, he's checked in for the Kings. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. And here are the Kings now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Porter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Finney-Smith passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Tell you what, it should absolutely be illegal for a 7-footer to be able to leave the ground that fast, but Towns has made it legal.
Now here is Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Holmes kicks to Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 12. Nice jump shot. Good. And the Kings lead by 3.
You know, that's a main weapon in Augustine's offensive attack. I mean, he's very comfortable rising up from this area.
Towns, the pass to Hood. Shoots over Exum, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And he should thank the key for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now here's Hood. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Finney-Smith. Lets it go from deep. Dotson gets the bucket. Dotson's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter skill, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Wiggins. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Wiggins. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Kings. And Augustine kicks to Exum. Trains the 3-pointer.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fellow there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Ball's knocked loose. Augustine with the steal. And now Sacramento on the break. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, you don't last as long as Augustine has in this league without smart. Very bright player, knows exactly where to run when the break is on.
Here's Finney-Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Towns. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Landry Shamit's checked in for Sacramento.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Now here's Hood. Pass to Finney-Smith. And Zhang kicks to Dotson. Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Hood. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Dotson the pass to Hood. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Here's Dotson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game to end the run. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Kings lead by 9. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. One of the most high-powered scorers in the...
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Sean Holmes out there with Porter. Then it's Exum. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Shamet in at the 3 spot.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Now here's Jackson. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Porter. Holmes. It's good on the putback. Holmes got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jang. Fires for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Right side, Porter. Pass to Shamet. Now Exum. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
Jackson in the corner. Jackson is doubled. And he lays in the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 6 out left in the wing. Exum finds Augustine. Wide open look. And Holmes throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Poke loose. Porter against Jang. Here's Hood. The shot from the low post is good. Hood's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's bring up the list of rookies that will make you pay for sending them to the line. These are the free throw percentage leaders since the All-Star break. Michael Porter, 4th.
No doubt he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through hard work and repetition.
Well, he's been locked and loaded at the line, really focused, confident in his repetition and his routine. And I tell you what, that's a great asset, especially late in games.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Damian Dotson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Nunn, following the score by Rodney Hood. Here's the pass to Nurkic. A shot missing. Good D by Siakam.
And the most improved player in the league last season. Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Hood. Just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it's those diamond in the rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt, the 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Now, here's Shannon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's Porter. Here's Hood. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Look, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys, it's about trying to posterize them.
And any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor, and you were out there as well, saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Another miss by Minnesota.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Sacramento making a switch here. Higgins is checked in. There's the dish to Gay. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Hart. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. It's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Here's Hart. Guarded by Hardaway.
You know, as the game has started to slow down for Jang, the awareness has increased. Sometimes you got to pump the brakes to be able to see what all is going on. Smart defensive play there. That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Here's Nunn. By Hood. Wiggins from outside. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Siakam finds Hardaway. Passes it to Jang. Hood against Gay. Back to Jang. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Kevin, a big guy with an emerging skill set. Jang ruling the paint there. Nice play.
Wiggins outside. Knocks it loose. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Hardaway with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Nurkic with the block. Here's Gay. Connects in the foul line jumper. Gay's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
This has been Gay's go-to shot throughout his career. The mid-range he's got wet.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Jang. Good on the wing. He's got 14. Shot from 12. And he drops that one in. Good's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Nunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And stolen by Siakam. Now the pass to Hardaway, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the Sacramento Kings get called for the foul. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Good, deciding where to go with it. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%, 5 for 9. Here's Hart. That shot is off. Towns with the defensive effort. Wiggins against Porter. Hardaway finds Towns. Over Hart. Almost, but it rolls out. The Kings trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Inside, Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here's Wiggins. 11 points in the game. And stolen by Siakam. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Towns with the creativity and explosive.
The Kings shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Teardrop shot, and it's Wiggins missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. Towns with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Siakam kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 5. Over Wiggins. The offensive rebound. He goes up again, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Minnesota. Damian Dotson comes in for Hood.
And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
Here's Hart. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Terrific awareness among this collection of centers and power forwards. The big men averaging the most assists per contest over the previous 10 games. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
And with Towns and his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
Here's Dotson after Dante Exum's bucket. Siakam outside. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Yusuf Nurkic. 11th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrence around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Hardaway, no good.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Here's Augustine. Again, the miss by the Kings. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Finney Smith. No points in the game yet for him. Hardaway against Augustine. Towns down low, and he finishes nicely on the way. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota. Augustine looking around from past the arc, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. There was no stopping Rodney Hood in the first half. He had 16 points, and that's a...
Enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
We've got Hardaway, Otto Porter Jr. out
Shots
there,
good.
Pascal Siakam. And there's Towns, and it's Dotson in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Wiggins. A new 14 for the Kings. Here's Nurkic. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Siakam outside. Back to Dotson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dotson's got his third basket of the night right there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Nunn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Wiggins. They get it back. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
Jackson passes to Siakam. Back to Jackson. Launches it. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here's Gay. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, and it's Wiggins missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Hart. Nurkic in the post, defended by Towns. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Jackson. Towns in the corner. Siakam left side. Goes back up. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Tell you what, Kevin, somebody came to play and compete tonight. Wiggins has been bagging his groceries all game long.
Now here's Towns. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 16. So the Kings call timeout. They're first. A big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Kings. Nurkic kicks to Shamet. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's Shamet missing. Timberwolves leading by 16. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Towns. Towns is doubled. And Siakam throws it down.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. Big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Porter with the steal. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Porter trying to free himself up. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Towns.
I'll tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
Now, here's Shamet. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Nurkic. Unable to get that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Siakam passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
This is Karl Anthony Towns at his very best. When he's got it going like this, he keeps it going.
Passes it to Nurkic. To stop the run. Gay trying to break free. Nurkic can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he reached this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Timberwolves. Holmes kicks to Gay. And there's the pass to Augustine. Wiggins against Porter. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Wiggins missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Towns throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points for him. Wiggins outside. Fires from 14. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Porter.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
In a moment here, take a look at the score breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Kings. Dante Exum comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Now, here's Holmes. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Puts it up from 12, and the shot is good. Towns has got 16 points here in the second half.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Now here's Porter. He has 6. Pass to Exum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Exum's got 10 points. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Good on the shot.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
Down low, Towns, and Towns throws it down.
He seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's Exum, 10 points for him. Towns with the defensive effort.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 35 in the game.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Jackson against Augustine. Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. You take a look at Shamet, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
You know, we've seen recently more and more guys enter the league with that refined, long-range stroke, indicative of how important the three-point shot is in the game. And this guy's amongst the best of them. You can't underestimate the value he brings as a shooter.
And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk and doesn't think twice about it.
Here's Towns. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now, here's Porter. He's got 8. The layup off target. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's Jackson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Timeout called by the Kings. And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped the scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dotson's checked in.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Finney-Smith passes to Jackson. Over to the wing. To the middle. Here's Dotson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 12. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Finney-Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
.114 left to play in the third. Now Holmes. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Porter dishes to Augustine. Over Jackson.
And the execution in their half-court offense has left a lot to be desired this half. Just way too much one-on-one and not nearly enough ball movement.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Porter, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Now here's Porter. He's got 10. Here's the teardrop, and he makes that one. Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys.
Backcourt violation.
He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here, and that's really what it's all about. When you don't beat yourself, you become hard to beat.
Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Jackson against Augustine. Here's Dotson. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Holmes. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Porter is out there with Green. Then there's Davis. And it's Smith. And it's Hart in at the shooting guard. Here's Clemens. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
On the wing, Green. Pass to Hart. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference, how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Nurkic checked in for Porter. Now here's Nurkic. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The pass to Dotson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Now here's Green. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's ABC. Pass to Dotson. To the inside. Belly. Nurkic with the block. And they'll keep possession. Outside, Green. It's blocked. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Pull-up jumper. Here's Melly. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
Now here is Smith, and the rejection by Jang. Here's ABC, guarded by Green. A lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate get to the screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Here's Hart following the 3 by Minnesota. He feeds it to Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he's good on the second. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reached through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Here's Melly. Passes it to Clemens. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Dennis Smith. The relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
Here's Smith after the basket by Minnesota. Shamet finds Davis. And it's good, 2 points.
A heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Clemens, covered by Smith. Here's Clemens. Nurkic with the block. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And the wide-open shot from Green. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Green's got his first 3 points of the game. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now here is Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic,
Wow.
because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Now, here's Green. Back to Smith. He kicks to Green. Hits the three-point bomb.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jerome passes to Clemens. From deep. Rebound by the Kings. Gay's got 5 rebounds tonight.
We just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Shamet the pass to Davis. Smith outside. The Kings need to get off a shot here. That one off the back iron and out. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Here's ABC, guarded by Green. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That'll be his second foul of the game. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Sacramento able to drain the 3. With the floater, Dotson. And the layup falls. Dotson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Pass to Gay. Back to Smith. Feet away. Jump shot is good that time.
Smith very crafty at finding ways to get room for that mid-range shot. He's got an awesome in-between game.
Here's Jerome. Here's Dotson. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Clemens. That one's good from the corner. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 14-6 run. Gay outside. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
The pass to Silva. That one drops for him. Silva. Here's Smith. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the mark with the 15-footer. Smith's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And this will make it 31 victories for them on the year.
And guys, it feels like a mini miracle that they're finally going to take one in this 4-game season series, winning the final contest to finish out the year. Still, a subpar 1-3 against Sacramento.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Here's Jerome. To the paint. Here's Silva. Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
That's good from 17 feet away.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Jerome. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. To the middle, Silva. And he gets it to go.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawless. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.